Warning! The following audio may contain coarse language and other material that may not be suitable for a younger audience. Listener discretion is advised. Also, we may spoil everything and anything, so you have been warned. You are the hosting. Don't fuck it up. Please don't fuck it up.
I won't.
Because
Why
you know
you...
the last couple of times when you've hosted this.
Jeanne's
Yes.
wrong.
Yeah, she is. So, because you remember, Jeanne, that the last number of times that we've let you introed it, your intro wasn't actually the intro. It was the build-up to the intro that was the intro. Because you couldn't do the intro.
Yes,
You've
I
gotta
remember
do
it
it.
quite well, Tristan.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Because if people actually end up listening to me saying these exact words,
Then we
we're
better
gonna have a
start
problem.
singing. So here we go.
Okay.
Don't stop me now.
Does everybody have waveforms?
Having a good time.
Does
Jeanne,
everybody have
go.
waveforms?
Yes, we have waveforms.
Wait. Yes, I have waveforms.
Okay. 3, 2. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of PodTaku. I'm Jeanne, and with me today, I have the 3 best reviewers in the world. Not really, but you know what I mean.
Fuck you,
We
Jeanne.
have Gigguk from the Anime Zone.
She didn't fuck it up, everyone. She didn't fuck it up.
That's a first.
We have Arkada from Glass Reflection. Not plural. Or should I say
Yes,
Glass
not plural.
Because-
Why do people actually think that it's plural?
I don't know, but Garnt does it too. When Garnt introduces you, he says Glass Reflections. Garnt, I
It's
had
your
to...
fucking fault, Garen. It's your fault.
It just rolls off. It just rolls off the tongue. It rolls off the
It's
tongue.
like-
What can I say?
I guess you're, like, just British, and that's why. Anyway, and then we have, like, this, like, blonde guy, and his name's Holden from HoldenReviews.
The Casanova. How's it going?
The Casanova.
I would actually like to say that I am the only one here that's not blonde.
Yeah,
white.
that's... Well,
Or
I'm not
white.
blonde anymore.
I'm dirty blonde.
You're also the only guy here who's not white.
Yeah.
Throw that out there too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just here
You're
to,
all kinds of weird.
I'm just here to balance it out, you know.
I think that's rather weird. But anyway, we're going to start off with roll call. And first, we're going to have Garnt go. So, Garnt, what have
Go.
you been watching?
Okay, well, I have been watching quite a lot of stuff, but more recently, I've actually been playing video games. Dun dun dun.
Oh, here we go.
And
Here
I
we go.
recently,
I know where
like,
this is
recently got back into JRPGs. More specifically, I just completed Tales of Vesperia, and yeah, at the end of it, I just like I felt this void which I hadn't felt in anime for. Do you know this void I'm talking about? Where
This is the void. I've done a video. My first
the
video
void.
response to you ever, I mentioned
The
the
void.
void. And the void is whenever something is so amazing, there's a hole in your life that could only be filled
Yeah.
with the existence of that show and you watching it.
and like when I first started watching anime, I had this void for so many fucking series. But like now that I'm more grown up and more cynical and I can see the shit and things.
Grown up.
You realize that everything you watch
Yeah.
is shit.
And so like I haven't felt this void in such a long time. And actually like it actually felt good to feel it again, to feel like wow,
Oh,
there's
it felt good.
yeah, it feels good.
It felt
But
fucking good.
let's say one of the first anime I felt my void with was like fucking Love Hina. Like what the fuck? What?
I don't even know what you are saying right now because I think you're possessed.
and that's the first fucking bombshell of this podcast, guys.
He's possessed by the etchy monster.
What?
Dude, that's me. I'm the etchy monster, but like, how?
Okay.
Explain.
Okay,
Explain. That's all I can say.
Okay,
Garnt,
I Love Hina
please.
was I watched Love Hina at the point in my life where I was like I was fucking Keitaro from fucking Love Hina, and I had no fucking girls at all, you know, and it was
Not much has
And then you
changed.
suddenly had your own
Sorry?
harem.
Yeah, and like I don't want to brag or anything, but
I don't want to brag or anything, but I'm not called the Casanova for nothing.
yeah, I don't want to brag because I'm not fucking Holden.
Yeah, that's my job.
So I just grew attached to all these characters, and when it ended, I was just like, oh man, I fucking won that life. What is this void in my fucking?
What the hell am I gonna do with my life?
I mean, what other animes have you guys felt this void with? Because I'm pretty sure it's gonna be better than Love Hina.
Code Geass.
Oh, it is so much better than Love Hina. So much.
He's gonna say Clannad. I'm gonna say Code Geass, and Jeanne's gonna say.
No, Jeanne's gonna say Clannad. I didn't feel that way with Clannad, mainly because when I finished Clannad, I was on a plane.
What?
So I didn't have time to feel the void.
Way to fucking, like, I feel like that ruins the mood.
I know. I must have looked like so weird. People probably thought I was gonna like
Were you
hijack
like
the plane or
crying
something
hysterical?
he was like, oh my god, that guy's freaking out.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it is over.
Yeah, that's awkward.
But no, it didn't. I didn't have time to really feel the void with.
I watch
Clannad,
Ikkitousen on planes.
Ikkitousen.
Well,
Wow.
in public view where everyone can fucking see you.
I display it on the jumbotrons at sporting events.
Okay, so I have two. I have one which was the most recent time that I felt the void, and then I have two which the first time I actually felt a really big void.
All right, let's hear it.
Wait, so you've already felt it twice?
No. There's a whole grading system to this thing, because it's like there's certain levels of void. There's the most recent kind of void because the most recent time that I felt the void.
There's a certified frosty.
Yeah.
void.
Yes, that's the certified frosty voids, and then there's the it's a pretty good void, and then there's it's just more like a little puddle that you just hop over, and there's just nothing after that.
Okay.
Okay, so tell us.
Okay, the most recent time I felt the void was when I finished Steins Gate.
Okay.
Actually,
I didn't feel it though.
I didn't feel it until I saw the OVA. Actually,
But you can see where I got that.
The OVA was the biggest thing for me.
yeah, the OVA had a bigger effect on me than the actual ending of Steins Gate. Because at the ending of Steins
Because
Gate,
the OVA reaffirmed that the show wasn't over.
yeah. Because the ending of Steins Gate, I felt so happy. I felt like fulfilled. Everything
works out.
that I wanted to happen happened. And then
Yeah.
But I wanted more.
No, and then I watched the OVA, and I was like, "Fuck!"
And it shows that we haven't even began to scratch the surface
and I
with
was
what
like,
we can do.
Fuck you, man! I thought I was happy with this. Now I want fucking more.
And then it ended on a
Yeah.
cliffhanger, and you're like, no,
exactly.
because you it finished
So what
perfectly, and then the OVA comes along.
So
What was your more later one? Your one from a long time
That
ago?
was the latest one.
No, I
The one
mean
from
your
a long
way back
time
one.
ago. Okay. There was the biggest one. I say it's the biggest one because I don't think it was the first time I ever felt the void, but it was the time that's the most memorable. I think.
Okay.
Is that the words I'm looking for?
Had the
Yeah,
biggest.
and it was when I watched Ghost in the Shell.
The original or standalone complex?
The movie or the show?
No, the standalone complex season 1, not season 2. Season 2, it was I expected it. It was like Holden going into Clannad. I was like a brick because
The
I knew
brick.
it was gonna happen.
I love the
But
brick.
it was when I finished season 1, I didn't own season 2. I don't even think it was out at the time. I can't even remember. But I didn't own it, and I had no access to watching it anyway. I didn't even think I knew it existed. But I finished it, and I was just like, I need more. Now, so much. But I don't have any.
Okay.
I think for
I
me,
want more.
what it was
I need more to exist.
The earliest form of the void for me was probably one of my first shows, which was Code Geass season 2. Actually, season 1 was pretty big, but season 2 was just this tremendous.
I didn't feel it at all after season 1 because I watched both seasons back to back, so the gap never bothered me.
Season 2 was just everything. Season 2 was the moment when I was like, dude, I can this.
Well, it also had
This is amazing.
Code Geass also had season 2 anyway. Also had one of those endings that you just kind of it hits you really hard.
That's why I
It's
think that's
oh
why
my
I hit
God.
the void. Because I was so everything about it.
Aren't many endings like that though.
There's
I
not
would,
many
I would say,
was more
yeah, it's
like
one
the
of the best
ending
anime endings ever. I would say.
ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I loved it.
one of them.
I mean,
It's so
that's
good.
Interesting.
Even if season 2 is not that good,
We need to get into a proper discussion if we're going to say if it was the best, but because we're not going to get into that topic.
Like, even if season 2 isn't that good in comparison to season 1, which a lot of people say is the case,
Yeah.
I would say season 2 is just worth watching for the ending.
It is definitely worth watching for the ending.
No, it
Yeah.
totally is.
I would agree with
Totally.
that. Definitely.
So good.
And I'd also like to say that you were wrong about Clannad being my void.
Oh, was I?
Okay. So
Yeah.
what is it then, Jeanne?
Was I?
Could be wrong. Let's do it. Let's hear it.
Well, my
Yeah.
most recent void, which I feel like I've said so many times, was BTOOOM.
Oh.
No.
What?
Like,
Really?
Explain.
yeah.
I mean, I
Explain.
wanted more, but I didn't feel the void. I didn't feel like emptiness. Like
No,
I'm never.
No.
I didn't feel
I
the
did-
void. I felt
for,
this
for me,
anger.
the void is like
I wasn't sitting on an empty park bench like feeding birds.
yeah, the void is like what you feel when you're like, I'm never gonna fucking experience this again. Like, I'm never gonna.
It was just like, I will never experience
The
happiness.
void-
I will never be happy
It's a
again.
bittersweet feeling because it's one of those things where every time you experience it, it becomes that much harder to ever experience it again. And so
The void is like you being an addict and suddenly realizing that whatever you're an addict to no longer exists in this world.
Exactly. You can't
Yes,
experience
that's exactly what it
the
is.
same feeling, the same high as you do.
No matter what you do, you can't do it until you find the next big thing.
I don't know,
But-
because I felt like it was so, like, exhilarating, the whole series. And then the way it ended, like, it ended good, but at the same time, the way the
It
ending
did
left
not
you...
end good.
it did not end
It
good.
did not end good.
I think it did. No, like, it left plot openings for you, but it displayed them, which I like that because it seemed like it got you ready for the second season. But at the same time,
Which is yet to be announced.
sorry,
Which is yet to be announced.
Yes,
Because
yes.
it's Madhouse and we never know.
that's
Yeah.
true.
I would say the BTOOOM ending didn't make me feel void. Like Tristan, it made me feel angry. But like I would say a higher level of that anger ending is the Beserk ending, the original anime.
Oh my
Where
god.
I fucking raged so hard.
I didn't rage. Actually, funny story. When I watched Berserk for the first time, I was like kind of in this very emotional down spiral in my life. So I went to one of my good friends' house to kind of cheer myself up. So we went and we bought like 4 full-on pizzas, a bunch of booze, and we marathoned Berserk. So I was probably like half drunk at the time, and I enjoyed the fuck out of it.
Wow.
Because I was like half drunk and we watched the ending to Berserk.
fucking bro's not in here, fucking Berserk.
Yeah, we were just fucking drinking booze and eating pizza and watching Berserk. It was probably the best viewing experience of any anime I've ever had. But yeah, so I never got angry at the ending of Berserk. And it's because of that experience, I've never been able to feel the anger at the ending as a lot of people have. I can see where people got angry. I can understand it, but I don't feel it myself.
I mean, I remember watching it, and the ending drew you in so much, and then when the credits
fucked you.
roll, it's basically like, yeah,
It fucked you so hard.
I got fucked harder than I did by Holden.
Yeah. I was going to say, and I was being a rough rider that day.
Like fucking forget bending over backwards. I got like gagged and fucking raped by the Berserk ending, which is it.
Oh my god.
Which is actually a good symbol for the Berserk ending, considering what happened. But I don't want to spoil that. But
Yeah. So would you say that since we've considered Code Geass to be one of the best endings, do you think that Berserk is one of the
I would
worst?
say it is by
Yes.
far the worst ending of any anime.
I was going to say, yes.
Like-
it is one of the worst.
No, I can't think of a worse one. I actually like End of Evangelion made me confused, but I can see why people would think it's.
But it's good. I love the
yeah,
end
yeah.
of Eva.
By end of Evangelion, do you mean end of Evangelion or
does
the
it
final?
fucking
I think he means
matter?
the final
Does
episode.
either ending is either ending
Does
good? Is either ending good?
I liked the second one, the theatrical one, because I thought it was really cool.
Like,
Yeah.
I personally don't like either ending, but I can see why people would like it, if you know what I mean. But as
I'm
for
trying to think
as
of
for
an ending
Berserk,
I hated more.
I can't think of anyone who would say that is not a bad ending, even if you didn't experience the anger like you, Tristan. Like you have to admit,
No, I don't. I would not say that it's a good
Yeah.
ending at all. But I don't have the anger to it, and I don't think I would personally put it as the worst ending. Not that I can actually think of a worst ending. It's just like in my head, I feel like I know one, but I just can't think of it off the top of my head.
I felt like the
I don't
Haruhi
know.
ending was pretty shitty.
Which hard? Oh, you mean like
The
in
show.
chronological order?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
No, in chronological order, I would probably put Haruhi is worse than Beserk. Because Someday in a Rain.
It's like half of the show is in an empty room,
but
and there's
that's
stuff going on in the room next door.
That's the whole point. They didn't end it like that for a reason. It's because they knew it was a shit ending, and
yeah, but that's chronological order. That's shit. In actual release
yeah,
order,
they fixed
that
it with the
wasn't
release
end at all.
order
It
because
was
they had an actual climax, which happened at the beginning.
But granted, not a lot of people actually watch release order for Haruhi.
No,
Well,
I didn't. That was
Most
for
people
sure.
watch a
I would say,
chronological order because they
no,
refuse to watch the confused, fucked up
Because
version.
it makes sense. Because it's numbers, and
Yeah.
why should numbers shouldn't lie to us?
I would say it's like it's okay now. It's okay now because they have a really good fucking climax with Haruhi. But
Yes.
yeah,
yeah.
with Dissapearance. So
I know.
I can't think of like a series that made me angry, like that had like a really
Okay,
bad
well,
ending.
you want to know? Oh, I can remember the last time I got really fucking pissed off
Okay,
with
go
an
for it.
ending. The biggest piss off that I can remember in the back of my head right now is the ending of Black Butler season 2.
Oh,
I haven't
I
seen
haven't
it.
seen it.
I did this whole rant on it because I reviewed the series and then as a bonus video I recorded like
and I can just hear the fucking screams of 1,000
A
fangirls
10-minute
now,
rant.
Tristan.
I don't care. Like I watched Black Butler and yeah, okay, you can kind of see how those fangirls love it, but Black Butler season 1 ended and it actually had a decent ending. And I was like, that's fine, that's perfect. Season 2 comes along, it retcons the original ending, makes an entire new season, and then fucks the ending over. There is no ending to season 2. Well, there is, but it's really... I can't explain it because it's an ending, and it would be like major spoilers. I made an entire video on why I fucking hate it, but I just fucking raged over that so hard.
Mm-mm. Actually, I can think of one that I wasn't angry, but I remember saying like, "Wow, that sucked," and that
What?
was the ending of Guilty Crown.
No joke. I
Holden.
knew you were gonna say that, and I was gonna laugh
Yeah.
because I loved the ending. I thought it was fucking.
Yeah,
I don't know why. I
like
thought it was just really
like I don't
entertaining.
understand. I really don't understand you. Like sometimes I don't know if you say it just to troll or if you really mean it. And
Because as we established,
Well, let's
Holden,
be honest, a lot of things that he says trolls.
yeah, Holden is one of the
A lot of things.
Holden
I
is
say
the
are for
biggest
trolling
troll on
purposes.
PodTaku. Let's be honest.
Yeah,
I know,
There's a
like-
reason. There's a reason the saying "troll level Holden" exists.
yeah, that's true.
But no, the
But
reason
that is
I
like the
liked
only
Guilty
series
Crown,
I can think of.
Guilty Crown was just
Yeah.
one big homage, and I loved that fact about it. It's just Code Geass and Eureka 7 and like Ava and Clannad and Gurren Lagann and just a bunch of just a clusterfuck of shows all smashed into one. And granted, everything about it, like the story and characters, are all so bad and it's just so fun to watch. I loved watching it, and I loved the ending. The ending is like my favorite part. How the ultimate.
Can I back up
ending-
for a second and actually praise you for pronouncing the full name of Gurren Lagann besides just saying Gurren Lagann?
Oh, Tenga
It's
Toppa
like nobody
Gurren
ever
Lagann?
does that. Nobody
Well,
ever does
he's
that.
the kind of
'Cause,
fucking
like,
prick
I
who
don't
can
know it.
He
Te-
can
Tengen
Tengen-
Toppa Gurren
take on top of
Lagann.
Gurren Lagann. But Holden can pronounce a shitload of names, like the fucking Anohana name, or the fucking...
Oh,
Yeah.
it's Ana Himita Hana no Namae o Bokutachi wa Mada Shiranai. That one was pretty cool.
Oh.
I like that show a lot. But then again, I also like Ore no Ima Toga Koni ni Kawaiwaki Ganai. That one's pretty good too.
That's crazy. You know what?
Or blah, 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 Ganai.
I only like really long titles. Like,
Uh,
let me think. Let me think of some really long ones. You guys keep talking.
Okay, well...
Like Hagane. Hagane no Renken Jutsu Shi. That's what it is. It's
Tristan,
Fullmetal
you've
Alchemist.
seen Phantom, right?
Requiem for the Phantom?
Yeah.
I reviewed it.
For the dream.
Like when
Oh,
you
that
say,
ending. Oh my god.
Okay, what do you think about that ending?
I totally forgot. That ending was... Okay, it wasn't so much like the ending, but the entire, like...
Second half. We went over it. I
Latter
haven't seen the
third.
show,
No,
and I know
not
that you
half.
hate the second half.
It's not really so much of a half. It's more like the latter third, because I don't really think it's split at the exact half. I think my problem started more so in the latter third. It was around the time that they did the opening switch too, so it was somewhere between the halfway point and the latter third.
No, but like,
is where the
okay, if it
problems
wasn't for
began.
Cal, seriously,
If Cal was just gone, then I would have loved the ending.
Are we calling
Okay.
her a cow? Or is her name
No,
No,
Cal.
Is
Cal's
actually
her name.
cow, as in COW, or am I...
C-A-L.
Cow.
Cow.
Okay.
Not cow.
I thought her name was
But-
Cow, as in what I call my fat girlfriend.
As in moo
Like,
moo moo.
the idea,
I dumped that bitch.
but the idea of that ending, I feel like they tried to display the same thing as Code Geass. They tried to
What?
leave you off jaw dropped. Like, they tried to leave you off with a blank, like, with a blank mind, like, what the fuck just happened? Like, where you'd have to... I remember, like, watching the end of Code Geass. I remember going on forums and trying to figure out, like, what happened.
It's open to interpretation. I'd like to point that out.
Exactly. And the girl who left through time does the same thing, leaves it open for interpretation, and so does Phantom.
Okay. Well,
We're not talking about the ending of Inception
okay.
here.
No. Here's an interesting thing. Here's an interesting topic.
what?
For your endings, because I want to get off this topic because it's like leading into spoilers, but for your endings,
Right.
would you rather have an open ending or a closed ending? Personally.
I would rather have the main cast die.
Closed? No, actually, no. I don't care if it's open or if it's closed. I want it resolved.
Yeah. I think the most important thing for me...
It doesn't need to be fully closed. It doesn't need to be all wrapped up in a nice tight little bow, because sometimes that's really shit when they do it. I just want a satisfying ending. It doesn't have to answer all my questions.
For me, the most important thing in the in an ending is that the characters are resolved. The characters themselves. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
not all the plot threads have to be fucking answered, but I want the characters to have like a full... To have their character arcs, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I totally get what you mean, because that's kind of what I want. So,
I really like seeing characters. I don't necessarily like it, but it really hits me when characters die at the very end. I usually really like that.
I hate it when they die at the very... Actually, I think at the very end...
I can think of two endings, which are some of my favorite endings where the character dies.
Yes.
Which I'm not...
Yes, both of them.
Yeah.
I know what two you're thinking of.
And yeah.
Oh God. Okay.
I'm not gonna say them
well, we
'cause
don't
it's
need to
spoilers.
mention the one.
They're really fucking good.
Yeah, we can't
really
say
the name of the show, but they're both really good shows.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we know what we're talking about.
Yeah,
We know what we're
no,
talking
I know.
about. And if not, we at least think we do.
And anyone who's seen... And if anyone...
I don't know what you're talking about because
That's because you haven't seen them yet, Jeanne.
You haven't seen
Okay.
them. We'll tell you that much, Jeanne. You haven't seen them.
And I'm sure anyone
I
who's
thought you
listening...
guys were talking about school days.
oh
No,
my god.
that's not what I want. I want to feel really sad and
Seriously.
remorseful for self-sacrifice, not completely righteous in having homicide happen to an individual.
That's the thing, though. When it comes to, like, with deaths in final episodes, I don't mind self-sacrifice. I hate bullshit in the last 5 minute, oh, I'm sorry, I'm dead now, endings. Because that's
That
happened,
happens so
and I've
many
hated
times.
it so much. Because it really feels like there's no reason for them to die other than the creators just like, nah, I'm done with them. They're dead.
It's so cool.
If it's self-sacrifice and there was a reasoning behind their death, that's fine. But I can, like, name off 2 or 3 anime off the top of my head, and probably more if I actually looked into it, where there is a major character who died in, like, the last 5 minutes
Yep.
for no goddamn reason.
It's because...
Or you can
It's
have a
because- it's
contest,
like-
like in Gurren Lagann.
It's because, like, it's a fucking...
Gurren Lagann, it's a contest.
It's because, like, it's a really cheap way to play on the audience's emotions, and even if it's no
Correct.
Yeah,
foreshadowing
I agree.
or anything, you can if you just put in a fucking character death, you know there are going to be some people who are going to be like, oh my god, I fucking died, I don't fucking believe it, even if it's like really not well built up. You know what I mean? It's just a really cheap
Yeah.
writing trick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think that it takes a really good writer to throw away an amazing character. That's usually what it boils down to.
Yeah.
Because shitty characters...
Genorabuchi.
Genorabuchi,
He's kind of the master at that.
he loves doing it. He's so good. Amazing.
Genorabuchi kills off characters like Joss Whedon kills off
It's
characters.
funny though, because he actually ridiculed the writer of Double Zeta Gundam for killing off characters too easily, and yet he himself is known for killing off characters. That's like what he's known for.
When did Double Zeta Gundam come out?
When he was a kid, apparently.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's a long time ago. I think it was this third Gundam series, because I'm pretty sure it was Mobile Suit Gundam, Mobile Suit Z, and then Mobile Suit Double Zeta, which was the second version of Z. with
because I
Char
thought because it
Alabaz.
sounded like it was one of the older ones, but then I was just like, if Gen Noribuchi's criticizing it, does that mean it's one of the newer ones that I haven't heard about? That doesn't make any sense because I'm not fully up in my Gundam.
No,
lore.
he was having like a nostalgia trip. It was on his Twitter.
It was on his Twitter. I saw that as well. Yeah.
Yeah, he was having a nostalgia trip, is what he was doing.
But okay, so we get on to what Holden has been watching then, since we are still doing a roll call, right?
I think we've pretty much given up the whole roll call thing in this podcast, and by this podcast I mean all of PodTaku.
It's one person starts talking.
That is part of our podcast.
Yeah, one person starts talking, and then everyone's
Podcast is,
just like, and the podcast just involves from that somehow.
Yeah, it is. It's an
It's
evolutionary
usually how it
tactic.
turns out.
But as far as like what I've been watching,
It's alive. PodTaku is alive. It's a thing. It cannot be killed.
I've
Never.
actually
Paranoia nurtures it.
And we won't give it a shit ending.
we probably
Right?
will
Probably
actually.
we always
Yeah,
give it a
maybe.
shit.
It might be shit, guys. Sorry.
One of us
Or
might
the
die,
shit.
dude. One of us should die
What the fuck? Why would you even say that?
because that would be like one of those
Spoiler
amazing
alert, one of us
endings.
is gonna die at the end of PodTaku.
Spoiler alert: one of us is gonna die, and then PodTaku will be over, and it'll be like the saddest ending.
Yeah.
Like in 80 years? Yeah.
No, I mean like in a couple months.
Why would
So-
you fucking
And
say
by
that?
months we mean like days. And by days we mean like now. There she goes. She's dead. PodTaku's over, everyone. I hope you enjoyed.
The biggest fucking plot twist ever.
I was really hoping I would die because I think I would have a nice ending.
I think if there's like one member that like the audience would want, they'd want you to kill off me. Like kill Jeanne off, guys.
I don't think that's necessarily true. I don't think our cast wants anyone to be murdered.
Holden, if you were to die, you would do it saving everybody else, and you would do it in like an explosion of manliness and sparkles that would have all the yaoi fangirls just like die of orgasms.
If I was to die in any way, I think that's a good question. If we could die in the most theatrical way possible, how would we do so? My perfect way theatrical death is a vacant building where I stand atop of it, look at the sky, and detonate it from the ground up with me on it. I love the look of it. It just looks...
You've thought about this, haven't you?
Yeah, you fucking thought.
Oh, I've thought about how to commit suicide many times. Oh my god. I was on every antidepressant from A to Z at one point in my life. How would you guys want to die?
That's crazy shit.
But no, it would look so beautiful. Like,
Okay, I imagine my death. I don't know where it would be, but it would end with me lighting a cigarette and just looking out a window for a while, and then some explosion happens, and then it just cuts to credits because my life is a fucking film.
awesome.
Wow.
My life
If I was to die, it would be because I was a secret agent flying on a blimp that was about to explode, and I take the secret documents
I
with
see
me.
a theme here. We're all going to explode at the end of our lives.
Well, it's because the explosion just kind of has to happen because otherwise
Michael
it's-
Bay, if you're listening, Michael Bay, we could use some of your explosives.
And then I like walk the plank of the blimp. I just turn around and face these guys with guns. Point my finger at them and go.
I smile.
Bang.
The way I do
that's
it, we all
fucking
die.
cheating, Tristan. That's fucking cheating.
Yeah.
My
is that
fucking
fucking
expression is I'm just smiling with my eyes closed at the sky.
Because
and
we
just
all
one-
die. In
one
my version, we all die.
lone-
It's not just me.
One
we all
lone
just
Indian
die.
tear goes down my cheek as I press the detonator and smiling. Because I know that I've done the right thing. Because it's like I just blew something shit up that was important. Jeanne,
And
how
in your
would you-
mind, you're thinking, "This is for you, Oni-chan."
No, I'd be like, this is for the world. This is for the children that have yet to be born.
If we have any,
Jeanne,
Noblesse oblige.
oh my god,
I pray for your continuing service as a savior.
how do you want to go out in your blaze of glory, Jeanne?
yeah. What about you, Jeanne?
I never thought of this before.
And please don't say you're gonna
Then
be.
Neither have I.
then
I was
just
able to bullshit
name-
in about 3 seconds.
Please don't say you're gonna be stabbed to death because you've been cheating too much.
Kanashimi wo.
Just name, if you can't think of one, just
Yeah.
make up and copy one that you've seen, but don't say what you're copying from.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Come on, we put you on the spot here. You
Okay.
gotta think.
I would be. It'd be like, an
No,
April
I don't.
day, and it's like spring showers. I'm just walking with my umbrella, and I trip on the stairs, and the umbrella goes through my throat.
Oh my god, did you seriously want that to be how you died?
You just combined two.
Because that's
so
that
lame.
death is one of the most physically impossible deaths in the history of anime
The
ever.
umbrella better blow up.
What a better way to die.
I literally wrote 2 pages on this specific death.
Dude, where the fuck is the explosion? We need a fucking explosion here.
I was going to say,
where the fuck your explosion?
The explosion of blood from my throat. There you go.
This isn't
All
Ninja
over your
Gaiden.
face.
It's not
Out
going
of
to work.
all the deaths in the history of anime, you picked that one.
I can't think of any.
I wish you could have picked another one, Jeanne. Not that one.
Why?
nice wink, wink, nudge, nudge, Holden.
I know, right?
Why?
I can fucking feel that wink, wink, nudge, nudge all the way here from England.
What the fuck?
I've got
Wink,
long
wink,
arms.
nudge, nudge, say no more, say no more.
What's wrong with my death? It's my death. That's how I...
It is the most physically impossible deaths in the history of anime.
Pick another
Fine.
one.
Like,
Let's
I
hear
want
it.
to be, like, bit by a vampire and, like, and be, like, stunned. And then after 3 days, I would just die because I had no blood. Like, and then I'm dead.
Because you'd be a
eaten to
fucking
death.
vampire if you got bit by a vampire.
You'd be a ghoul.
Who knows? I mean, I might wake up to be a vampire or I might stay dead.
So you would be dead, you would be the undead. And then we'd have to kill you. PodTaku, vampire hunters.
Oh, this is the start of the PodTaku anime here, guys.
Yeah.
We do need to get that rolling. I still need to get the animators for that, but I'm working on it.
So Jean's a vampire, I'm a secret agent. Holden's a demolitions expert. And Garn's just like the badass.
I would say I'm a mercenary. I would say I'm a mercenary.
Yeah, he's the badass Asian guy.
I would say
You're
that
the badass Asian mercenary.
I'm not necessarily the mercenary. I'm more of the fucking vigilante.
Okay, wait. I got a good question.
Garn's the mercenary.
If you had to pick a character trope, an anime character trope to be, let's say, what would you be?
I would be the carefree but suicidal. As in, willing to sacrifice myself for the others, but carefree in doing so. Kind of like Spike Spiegel, but not as badass. I would say more carefree than Spike Spiegel, because he...
Honestly, I actually expected you to come up with something like Lelouch.
Yeah, I thought you would say Lelouch as well.
I can do that. No, I can see that. The thing is that I do that already.
Well,
I just don't realize
I guess, because I was about to say I'd be the sarcastic prick pointing out everything like Kyon from Haruhi or the main character from Orimo, because that is basically me. But let me think about a more epic
a
version
laid back
of it.
Lelouch. Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah.
I don't actually know what I would pick.
I don't know either. You guys can pick for me.
Is there a
So
blonde
Jeanne
anime
is
character?
Asahina.
I'm what?
Asahina.
From what?
Okay,
Haruhi?
so I
Okay,
hope
so
you guys
Jeanne is
enjoyed
Random
PodTaku.
Girl 2 from School Days.
Yeah, that is so true. Gee,
Come on, that's not a trope. Come on.
It is now.
TV tropes. Fucking get on it, yeah.
Someone please make a TV trope page for this.
Oh my god. All right.
Yeah, we don't have a TV tropes page, do we?
Everybody picks one. Come on.
For you?
I didn't pick one.
Yeah, you did. You said Random Girl 2 from School Days.
Oh, pick for you.
Yes.
Oh, I thought you meant like.
No,
pick for...
everybody picks one for me.
Seto
there's
Kaijo,
my
you are
thought.
the class president. That's what I think.
Okay, Garnt.
Yeah, give me a second, Tristan. You go first.
He already went.
I already went.
You guys are, like, Holden picked a bullshit one too.
Okay, well,
What are you fucking talking
you pick
about?
one then. You fucking pick one.
You can actually combine mine and Holden's.
But I can't pick one that personifies.
Then quit your bitching.
Then pick one that you want to be. Then pick one you want to be.
Yes. Okay, yeah.
Pick a character in anime that you want to be. That's probably easier than saying
Yeah,
pick
pick a character in anime you want to be.
But
And don't fucking say Saber from Fate Zero because that's just your fucking favorite character.
She's gonna say
because
Saber
we
from
all
Fate
know that's
Zero.
bullshit.
What the fuck? I wasn't gonna say that.
Okay, then prove us wrong. What are you gonna say?
Okay.
A man. That's all I want to hear is a man.
Sometime before we're 30, because this podcast has got a time limit.
Well, you guys can go too.
I love who I am, so I don't really want to change.
I don't know.
Is there an actual
I don't have
Casanova
one.
in anime that is not Motoko from School Days?
No, I don't think there's anyone who personifies me that well. There's people that have my traits, but I'm just too weird.
That's the thing, is because actually probably Tamaki from Moron. That's
yeah.
like probably the closest that you're gonna get.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. Because anytime that they do kind of a Casanova type character, it's usually is comic relief, and he doesn't actually get any girls.
Yes.
It's usually how it works. So I think Tamaki is as close as you're gonna get to Casanova Holden.
Or like Sunahara from Clannad.
No. No.
Because you're a clown.
That ain't me.
But he's blonde.
No, he's
He
not.
loves
And he has a
women.
little sister. Oh my god, actually, this fits so well.
Yes, and he has a little sister.
He has black
Someone
hair.
with a little sister complex.
Oh.
I think we found it for Holden. Holden is Sonohara.
Nope. Okay, I'm done.
Holden. He gets so defensive.
You know that nerve? I felt like we've just fucking hit it.
Oh my god, I can't believe you believed that.
We've hit like the rawest fucking nerve you can hit. Okay.
Like the big fucking wall that Holden put up in front of himself. I think was
We went through it like it wasn't there. We grabbed his ego and tossed it in like a grinder.
and then ate it.
And ate
my
it?
God.
That's disgusting. You can't eat my ego. And it's not a wall. It's all a facade. I'm really good at bullshitting and you know it.
No, it hit you for a second and then you
No,
recuperated.
it didn't hit me only because I've heard it before. So I'm used to it.
You have?
Yeah. One of my good friends, James, has told me that many times. And I think we even said it on the podcast once. And I don't know. I'm used to it. Sunahara comparison. I could be a worse character. I'm okay with him.
Tristan, did you pick your character?
Yeah, I don't think Tristan went yet.
I don't think I have one.
Oh, come on. There must.
There are characters because I think it was like, hey,
Like, just think
I could
of
be like,
one.
hey, these are some pretty cool characters, and I'm just like, but I'm not like any of these characters.
So,
Well,
wait,
then
you
pick
told me
one you
you've
would like
never
to be.
related to a character. You must have related to.
I've related aspects of myself to characters, but never like I cannot say that I've never been able to pick out a character and be like, that's totally me. Like 100%. There are like aspects.
Well,
from
I'm pretty sure that's true
this,
for
that,
all
and
of
the
us,
other
but
thing.
like, would you like some of the strongest aspects? Let's per se. Yeah, I love saying per se, don't I? Some of the strongest aspects
Yeah.
in one
You also
character.
love tea, apparently, too, being British.
Probably Togusa.
Okay.
Togusa from Ghost
in the Shell.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is like me pulling out of my ass. If I actually sat and thought about it, I'd probably pick up something better.
Mm-mm.
And I'm looking at my shelf desperately right now, trying to find something.
Your magical shelf that has all your answers. Like
Everything.
every time we have a question and you're stunned,
It's
always.
I'm looking at my
it's
shelf.
always. I'm looking
I look
at
at
my
the
fucking
shelf.
shelf. I'm sure there's.
I'm looking at
sure
my
there's
Mal.
yeah, Mal is my fucking shelf. But
Yeah, that's my shelf. I go right to
That is
Mal.
my virtual shelf.
Well, it's because I basically 80% of all anime I have seen I own, so my shelf covers basically everything.
Mm-mm.
Because if it's not actually there in a DVD case, it's on a post-it note right next to my shelf as something I need to get. So
You're
I feel-
posting.
I
I
feel
remember
like-
this.
I feel like when I was like in middle school, I was like exactly like Misa from Death Note.
what?
You were just a submissive bitch who is just throwing yourself in harm's way for the sake of a man?
the plot thickens.
Yeah.
What?
Except I didn't have a man. So I was willing, I guess.
But you probably were pining over one.
like
Let's be
I was
honest, Jeanne.
gothic, ditzy, like very
You were
morbid.
gothic.
Yes.
Well, I guess we
I
figured out
never
who
saw
the
that coming.
submissive one in PodTaku is.
And you wish you were a model too, don't you?
Yes.
I never saw that one coming.
I think Misa like hit me to the T.
Okay, then who is your?
Oh.
Okay, and who is your ideal anime man then?
Oh my god.
Oh, I thought we already answered this
it was
question.
fucking-
for
no,
Jeanne.
like my favorite character was Sosuke, but
Who's your ideal
yeah.
anime man? Is he your ideal anime man?
like, no, because he has no common sense. So why would I want someone that has no common sense?
Says the
He
woman
has common sense.
Not really.
If someone pulls a gun on him, he knows exactly what to
Yes,
do.
but he can't even get a haircut done. So Yeah.
Yes, he can.
No,
he got Kanamin to do it for
Yeah,
him.
he can't go out in public
Perfect,
and get
done.
a haircut.
Well, yeah, because fucking I can't even do that. So
Really?
I'm not. Remember when I said like recently
He hasn't cut his
that
hair
I
in a
haven't had
year.
haircut in a year.
Yeah, but like you never got your haircut in public ever.
Well, I have.
Okay, so-
but, like not recently.
Yeah. My ideal man.
He's gotta be tough, he's gotta be strong, and he's gotta be ready to die.
I need a hero.
Something.
I'm holding out for a hero to the end of the night.
Okay, this is getting nowhere. So
Okay, well, this is like getting dead horse.
All right,
Holden, what have
I
you been
got
watching?
it.
Okay, fuck it off. Jesus.
I got
Okay,
it.
Go.
I want the dude from Karno Kyokai.
The dude from
What's his
Korea.
name?
You don't even
You
know
mean
his
the
name.
rapist
There are
from the
probably
last
several
movie?
dudes.
I'll look it up right now what his name is. What?
the rapist from the last movie?
No.
Or that kid from the 5th movie who doesn't really do a lot of good.
I want Mikia.
Mikia Kakto.
Yep.
He's
Seriously?
Yeah, because like
Go outside.
he's quiet and
Yeah,
he's like
he's-
smart
He's
and he's very
kind of the-
loyal
He's a goody
and
goody.
he's cute. You know, it works.
He's
Iriasville from Fate Zero, Ultimate Waifu. Nuff said. So, what I've been doing is I've been reading
go.
manga
Go.
recently.
Oh, have you now?
Yeah, because color.
Do tell.
I find
Do
that
tell,
with
Holden.
manga, the biggest thing, the appeal to me about it is that I don't have to have the reviewer mind to experience it. I subconsciously, even if I don't want to review an anime and I go into it with zero intent to review it, I still have problems like enjoying it to its fullest extent because part of me is always going, okay, so where's the fucking cell shading here? They fucking fucked up here, or I'll just be critiquing like everything about a show, and I don't do that with manga like ever, and so I think it's because it's strictly because I don't review it, and also you can control the pace of manga, which I really like. I look at it as a filmmaker. I really like manga because it's like I can infer movement and stuff and all of that because it's basically a storyboard, and you know, I really like that aspect of about it. And I miss color, but black and white's fine. But it's just that you can get so much out of it in such little time.
It's more like open to interpretation than literally seeing what is put in front of you.
Yeah.
You're chosen if you can enjoy it or not. Where in manga, you can just look at the storyboard and visualize what's happening, and you can interpret it in your own mind.
Yes.
You don't really need to visualize and interpret because the storyboard's sitting right in front of you. They're not like words.
It's
no,
weird.
it's different
weird,
when you're
though,
reading.
because like when I read manga, characters have voices, and
Yes.
that like it doesn't make any fucking logical sense. But in my mind, when I read manga, it's not my voice reading it, which is weird. I don't know if that's weird or not, but I think it's pretty weird.
I'm the same. When I read manga, I imagine some voice actors that I know to be doing the voices, to be honest. Like, sometimes I imagine just random, like, sometimes I imagine, like, Crispin Freeman doing the voice of this character, or fucking, like, Steve Bloom doing the voice of that character. Just randomly, you know? Just,
Yeah.
Right.
but what have you been reading, then?
I read this thing called Minamoto-kun Monogatari, which is the story of Minamoto. It was suggested by Hazel Chaser, so shout out to you, bro. And it's, yeah, if you recommend a good manga that I read, I will give you a shout out. But
Okay.
it's a story about, it's basically, are you guys familiar with The World Only God Knows?
Is it the world only
Yeah.
God knows, or the world God only knows? I've always been confused.
The World God Only Knows. My bad. I'm dyslexic verbally. No, but yes, the one where the guy has to get all the bad spirits or something out of the hearts of girls or something. Do you remember this?
I was about to say, talking about Casanovas.
The reason, okay, the one that I'm reading right now, which was Minamoto-kun Monogatari, is about this guy, and it's about the tale of Genji. It's a retelling of it, essentially, or references it a lot. And the Tale of Genji is basically about this Japanese Casanova who hooks up with 14 different women. And it's this biographical work, it's semi-biographical. It's one of those old things. It's like Romance of the Three Kingdoms. It's like, it's old. It's Japanese. That's all you really need to know. And so the basis is based off of that. And it's very similar to The World God Only Knows in that this guy has to have sex with 14 different women. And it's not necessarily a hentai, but it is, but it isn't, but it's all about the build-up, and it's fucking awesome.
What do you mean it is or it isn't?
Yeah.
Something that is hentai is very obviously hentai.
It's not because it's not... It's like Gantz hentai, I guess I'd call it. It's like Gantz has explicit sex and nudity, but I would not call Gantz a hentai.
So you're just saying it's very graphic, let's say.
It's graphic, yes, definitely. But it hints at like all these weird things, like the main character, the main woman, who's essentially like Elsie from The World God Only Knows, is like this 29-year-old aunt, and she like takes in this like 18-year-old college student guy, and she wants him to go have sex with these 14 women. And it's so fucking, I don't know why, but I really like it. And I guess it's because it displays sexual tension so well, or rather, not really well, or not really even believable, but I just love how it's not in your face, or rather, I like how it's not a hentai. I really like that. But it's still about a guy who, at the end of the day, is trying to get some tail, which is respectable. I know what that's like, bro. I feel you. And so, it's only got... The weirdest thing about it is that it runs in Young Jump, which is the same company that does Gantz and Beserk. I don't know if they don't do Beserk, but they do a lot of stuff like Zetman and whatnot. And so it fits in with that really well. But the weirdest thing about it is that each chapter only has 9 pages, and so let's just say that you can blow through it pretty fucking fast. I'm on chapter 66. I'm up to date. And it took me about an hour and a half, I think. Not an hour and a half. I'm giving myself too much credit. I'm not like Tristan, who can read shit in 20 minutes. It took me...
I can totally go through a volume of manga in 20 minutes.
I respect that, but at the same time, I'm glad I don't have it, because my manga collection would become completely inferior.
I feel like you wouldn't be able to enjoy it as much.
I like how long manga takes me to read. To deviate... to read like the normal volume of Black God or Kurakami, or Kurakami, my bad. It took me about an hour and a half per volume. JoJo's slightly less, about 45 minutes, but I'm still not that fast. Like, you say you're like 20 minutes, like that's incredible to me. Like, that is absolutely mental. Like, how fast does it take you, Garrett, to like read a volume of something? Normal shonen.
Well, it kind
Siren, for example. Let's go Siren.
It kind of varies, because like some volumes are action packed and you blast through them so fucking quickly.
Yeah.
And then there's some like plot volumes, and then I would say it takes about like twice as Tristan, like 40 minutes to get through a good
40 minutes.
A good like standard volume that has a mixture of action and plot in it.
And so I don't know.
feel so like inferior.
No, you're like you don't remember that movie with the robot? What's it called? Shit. I'm sad now.
AI?
No, it was a live action movie.
iRobot?
Short Circuit, I think is what it's called.
Oh my gosh, Short Circuit.
Remember that robot who could read a magazine in like a second?
Number 5 is alive.
Do you remember that? How he could read a magazine in a second?
Yeah, where he zipped through like an encyclopedia.
That's what like I envision you doing. Like, I envision you being like Yuki Nagato and just like machine.
Honestly, I don't consider myself that fast. I know in high school, I knew a girl who could go through a single volume of manga in about 5 minutes.
Wow.
She wasn't reading it.
And she could actually then tell you everything about it. She wasn't just flipping pages for the fuck of it. She actually
That's fucking
read
insane.
Her eyes were like just that good. And I know people that can go through I know people that like my mother, for example. Usually when she comes home for the library, she has like 5 or 6 actual full-on novels, and most of them are gone in like a day or two.
Wow.
My
There are
mom
people
with
like
Some
that.
people,
my mom with Lee
some
Child
people
does
can
that.
just read really fast, and I can't.
Which is
really,
ironic because we read so much because we watch subtitled shit all the time.
Yeah, but the subtitles, we don't control the pace of the subtitles.
But I was
Yeah.
about to say, as I said earlier, I like how I can control the pace with manga. I like that a lot. Speaking of which, Jeanne, you recently told me that you don't read manga.
I've
Like, at
never
all?
read a manga before. Like, I tried reading one.
Like, at all?
Yeah, no, I tried reading one, but
Okay.
I couldn't.
So- Would you be okay if we gave you some suggestions?
After this podcast is over, Jeanne, you need to look up a manga called Yotsuba, and you need to read it.
Okay.
That's not a bad idea. I would
Like,
say
I tried, but I never read like one manga before, and
one manga. Oh, the glory days.
Oh, one manga.
I know, like, I really want to start reading it just because I feel like it would be more relaxing and more peaceful
it's
rather
really-
than sitting at my computer and watching Crunchyroll than
It's
laying
different.
on my bed or like being reclined on the couch and just like reading a manga
I
and
think
being able to enjoy it.
one of the biggest
My problem
things,
with manga is like when I do actually read manga, I enjoy it, and sometimes I feel like I even enjoy it more than I do watching anime.
Yeah.
But unfortunately for me,
It's price.
Reading manga has the same problems as watching anime in that if it exists in a physical copy, I have to own it, and then suddenly it gets very expensive.
Yeah, it does.
And I
Yeah.
just don't have
Because
the money for
That's
it.
true too, and actually
So like if I wanted to read all of Beserk, for example, that's like $400 right
Yeah.
now.
And I would say
Yeah.
And
Berserk
I
is
think-
an
I
amazing
don't have it.
manga. But
I
I
was
can't
about to say,
imagine.
by the way, Berserk is fucking awesome.
Like Berserk, like fucking.
I
If
think
there's
that-
one manga you need to read, it's Berserk, but it's so fucking expensive. Oh my god!
It's
Yeah.
because it was Dark Horse.
And like the individual volumes are actually more expensive than average. I remember looking it up when I was at a con last year. Most volumes are like in and around like $10 or
Oh no,
slightly
they're
over
on
than
like
that.
15.
Berserk was like 15,
like
20.
the later ones.
Oh.
Because it's a Dark Horse, and Dark Horse, I don't think.
No, I'm talking about I was talking about manga in general.
Oh,
but, like,
manga in general. There was a
Berserk-
point when Shonen Jump,
Manga in
everything
general
was
about
$8,
10.
and then it was 10,
Yeah.
and then it was 11. Because you guys might not know this, but I was a huge part of the manga community before I was on the anime side of things here. Like I own about 800 manga or so. 600 or so are English. 280 or so. Actually, one second. I've got a list. I want to say I've got at least over 200 Japanese manga, at least.
To which I ask, why do you own 200 Japanese manga if you don't read Japanese?
No, I can read Japanese.
Yeah, he
No,
can read
I
it.
can do it. And if you don't know it, I've got a hiragana because the manga I read are mostly shonen or the ones I own. So it breaks down the kanji into hiragana because they assume that the readers are young and that they don't know all the kanji, which is helpful because I've got a hiragana to English dictionary that you can just figure it out on the spot. It's just
So it's like it adds like an extra layer to the reading of it because then you get to go and actually look everything up.
it's educational, I guess you could say. I mean, I would never. I hate the argument of I watch anime raw and it's going to teach me Japanese. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, what? No, that's never. Just like go. You want to learn Japanese?
The only thing
go,
you can get is like the context clues, but you're gonna
Yes.
if
Anime
you
is
learn
not
like that,
real
you're learning like
Japanese.
just like a baby, like
Yeah.
an infant.
If you learn from shonen, especially, basically you're learning is I will defeat you. Here is my new awesome super
Yeah.
move. Who the fuck cares?
It's
Like
not real
Baka.
Japanese. It's very toned down. If you want to learn Japanese, go learn Japanese through like a class or like a program or something.
I would like to
Don't
say,
use anime or manga.
Don't use anime as an excuse to learn Japanese. To whoever's listening,
Yes. You
will
that's not real fucking Japanese.
Don't.
That's
yeah.
if like you already learned vocabulary and you're trying to understand sentence structure and
You can use anime as like a supplement. Like if you're actually
Yeah,
taking
yeah, yeah.
classes, then you can watch anime in Japanese to see how well you actually know it and see if you can actually
Yes.
pick out and understand it. But don't use the anime only as a method to learn Japanese because you're not going to do it. And whatever you learn, it's just going to be.
And you're gonna sound
absolute
stupid.
and well,
I
if
own
you
two-
do,
You're gonna look like an idiot.
252, by the way. That's how much
whoa,
I
whoa,
own.
whoa, whoa,
fucking
whoa,
gaijin.
whoa, 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 we shouldn't be judging our listeners here, okay?
What?
We shouldn't be judging our listeners.
I'm not judging
love
anyone.
them.
I'm just saying I own 252 Japanese
I'm
manga.
telling them this because I love them.
Okay,
I
all
want-
right.
I don't want our listeners
The reason-
to look stupid.
If you say it like
Our
that,
listeners
it's
are
okay.
stupid. Nah, fuck. I love
Tough
you guys.
love.
Fuck everyone. I think that the reason
Garnt
that
really
Tristan-
loves you guys so much.
The reason I own so much
Shut the
Japanese
fuck
manga
up.
Do the
is
creeper
that
voice.
Don't do that.
the reason.
Jean, you're the only one who's not allowed to do the creeper voice. Yeah, just
Like,
stop.
why
Oh.
can't I creep? I don't get it. Why can't I
Because
creep?
you don't have the deep dark creeper voice that just sounds so good.
I want to explain why I own so many, but I can't.
You actually have to
Oh my
sound like this creeper sexualized voice. It's not just whispering into a microphone.
I love the fact that Tristan tries to make it as an art form.
He's like, teach me how to voice act. I can try.
But the reason I was saying is that the
you
reason
basically have to be like raping your
manga.
microphone
I'm just gonna
right
talk. The reason that manga is overpriced is
Okay,
that
not like that. That'll like damage.
manga is intentionally. It's like comics in the way that it's just a lot of ink, and that that's
Holden,
what
you're
makes it
still
cost-
going?
No, I specifically said I was just gonna talk over you because I just wanted to say.
I
Alright,
think
alright,
my
alright.
Hold on, say what you're
conversation.
gonna say, and then we should wrap this up because this is getting to nowhere now.
Yeah, this is getting out of hand.
I would say
Like,
that
I do want to start. No, I really do want to start reading manga, though. So
I would say no. Here's
Then do it.
Here's
first,
one
maybe I'll
series-
take Tristan's suggestion.
No, I've got a fucking better one because I know you'll like it. Go read the BTOOOM manga. It's so good.
But
No.
I already
don't do
read
that.
I already saw the anime, and it ends
Okay,
right
I can tell you
there.
what happens. Actually, I'm going to tell everyone right now. So after
No, come on, no. All right, guys, we need to end this. No spoiling.
Cut
Cut him off. Cut him off. Cut him off.
Kick
No.
him from call.
All right, guys, and this was Jeannie, also known as
Fuck you,
xDisturbedJeans.
Jean. Fuck you.
Thank you so much for listening. And
Fuck you,
know,
man. Fuck
with
you.
me today,
Fuck you.
we did have
Game over, man.
we did have Gigguk from the Anime
Fucking
Zone.
Terminator.
Blah blah blah. We
Game
had
over,
Holden from
man.
Holden Reviews, which I'm not
It
gonna
was
wait
actually
for him.
Alien 2.
It was
or
Aliens. It wasn't.
Aliens.
Well, Aliens.
All right,
Let's-
all right.
Aliens.
Shut the fuck
It
up,
was
guys, because now
aliens.
we're gonna end this before we fucking get on another tangent here.
And before
Okay, then.
before I
Stay
make
frosty,
everybody go
everyone.
crazy. All right, and until next time.
If you like ecchi, go read Minamoto-kun Monogatari. That's all I gotta say.
No. Ignore Holden because he is just so
No,
weak.
please continue, Jean. Go on, please, Jean. Go on.
Okay, bye.
Bye bye.
And done.
cut. Okay, so-
scene.
That was not bad, but it wasn't good either. So I think I'm actually gonna go through with my killing myself. So I'll see you later.